Uh, Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Nandita Rai, and I'm a cosmetic dermatologist. And I have a skin clinic, new skin clinic in Siliguri. And today, my topic is melasma. And I thank you all, whoever is watching right now this live chat show from Facebook. Thank you to USV Golite, and thank you everybody who are present here and are watching my topic melasma. So, melasma. What is melasma? Melasma is hyperpigmentation, acquired hyperpigmentation, which is a chronic condition of the skin, especially on the face, and it especially occurs in reproductive age women. And it has a shape of brown patches on the face area, especially on the cheeks and on the forehead or nasal area. And this is acquired hyperpigmentation in women, especially in women, because of uh, hormones, hormonal changes. It can be due to oral contraceptives, or maybe also due to pregnancy. It can be pre and post pregnancy, and of course it is exaggerated by you know sunlight, UV radiation. So these are the main causes, but other causes are also there. That is hypo. In case of hypothyroidism, you can have this kind of exaggeration of the pigmentation on your cheeks in case of thyroid problems. And it can have other causes also, like stress and cosmetic application, frequent cosmetic application, which gives you hyperpigmentation. So these are the other causes, besides the hormonal pills, hormones of a lady, and also the sun radiations. So these are the causes. Now, what caused this hyperpigmentation on the face, especially in the women? And this melasma is also known as pregnancy mask, because definitely it occurs pre and post pregnancy. It occurs in reproductive age women with OCPs, oral contraceptive pills, hormonal replacement therapies, and so that's why this cause melasma, that is brown patches on the face. And how come this pigmentation occurs due to sunlight? If anybody asks me, the sun radiation, what it does, the sun radiation, it goes into the skin and it will stimulate the melanocytes produce melanin, which is a pigment in our skin, and it gives pigment to our face. So these are the cause and the pathophysiology, like it's a process. If I say in the simple word, that it's a process where melanocytes are stimulated by the sunlight, and then this melanin is produced by transfer of melanin to the keratinocytes, that is skin layer, one of the skin layers, its kind cells, and it gives hyperpigmentation. So these are the things. And how can we diagnose clinically? If you ask me, you can diagnose by just looking at the patient clinically. When any patient comes, like for example in my clinic, a lot of women nowadays, they come, and especially this problem is very common right now in every reproductive age women. So they come and they complain that I have got this spots after my pregnancy. Some complaints before pregnancy also, and some complaints even in their non-married life also, that they have this pigmentation on their face, on both the cheeks, on the face, the nasal area. So these are clinically diagnosed just by looking at the patient. If you want to examine further, you can go with wood lamp. Wood lamp is a technique where dermatologists use, and they can diagnose it properly by the wood lamp techniques. Okay. And there's not much difficulty in diagnosis melasma, but there is a differential diagnosis. You can differential diagnosis with lentigo, solar lentigos, freckles, other spots and pigmentation that occurs with other factors like scratching. And also there is keratosis. You can differential diagnosis with uh, like a lot of other diseases are also there, which you can differential diagnosis. Okay, and you can have also see in SLE also, systemic lupus also, where the pigmentation occurs because there's butterfly rash, and you apply a lot of other creams and there are pigments, so you have to differential diagnosis with other diseases. But this is very easy to clinically diagnose melasma in a reproductive age women and by their history. So we don't need that much of equipment to diagnose it. And what are the treatment options? So treatment options are only prescribed by specialist dermatologist, and you have to only take prescription drugs, because when you go to the shop, over the counter drugs, there are a lot of over the counter drug abuse, because a lot of pharmacy shopkeepers, I will tell like that, shopkeepers who are running the pharmacy, they like to prescribe a lot of steroids, lot of unknown chemical agents for whitening, and they will spoil your skin. So that's why it is not recommended to take unprescribed drugs for pigmentation on your face, melasma, so you have to take proper prescription drugs by dermatologist, by the specialist. Okay, and there are a lot of drugs like hydroquinone, which can be combined with tranexamic acid. Hydroquinone is 2%, 4% you can give with tranexamic acid, but you have to monitor the patient, because it is very very risk, like I can say that hydroquinone is a benzene derivative drug. It is from the phenol group, and it is a skin cancer causing agent, so it has to be really monitored by a dermatologist with the use of hydroquinone and tranexamic acid. Tranexamic acid is usually used in gynecology department for heavy menstrual bleeding, but in dermatology we use it for reducing the pigment, because it acts in the tyrosinase inhibitors, which will decrease the pigment. So that's why we use this tranexamic acid in case of oral form or maybe in injectable. Mostly I use it in a oral form with the combination of hydroquinone, but sometimes I don't like to give hydroquinone to my patient. I give lot of other agents like tyrokinase inhibitors, tyrosine kinase inhibitors, and these are alpha butyric acid and kojic acid. There are other fruit derivative acids like lactic acid, so a lot of those are there right now. Combination pills are there also, where you can apply on patients. So I give this kind of cream. So I think USB has got good cream called Go Light, where you can use it is like having sunscreen protection also, so you can use twice daily or once daily. But sun protection is very important in melasma. If people they like to wear this kind of lightening creams and all, sunscreen is very important, because right now we have higher UV index, so therefore we recommend to use sunscreen 2 times in a day. So better sunscreen with especially containing zinc oxide and titanium oxide physical sunscreen, it's very good to apply twice daily. So I recommend my patients to go with sunscreen, good sunscreen which has got zinc oxide and titanium dioxide physical sunscreen twice daily, with of course good moisturizers, according to the skin type, whether you have dry or oily. I'll give according to the skin type, the way they want to apply the moisturizer. I actually carefully tell them to apply moisturizer, because a lot of creams, lightening creams, they cause dryness, so I give them moisturizer. And Go Light cream or many other creams like Go Light, there are a lot of other creams which has got kojic acid, vitamin C, ferulic acid. So these are combination creams which are better than hydroquinone right now to apply on the skin for skin lightening. And other creams are also there which are like steroid type, which I don't recommend, because it has been over the counter drug abuse. That's why I don't like to recommend that, but still a lot of doctors still prescribe them under the strict monitoring. So especially dermatologists are are the main people who actually are able to prescribe better and monitor the patients properly. So these are creams and these are tablet like tranexamic acid, which I told. I give them like 250 mg. They can take twice daily, but have to monitor because these have also got side effect like bloating, nausea, they have other side effects. So we have to monitor the patient. I always keep in touch with the patient to monitor, and also recommend all these drugs, and with strict advice that they should follow sunscreen, moisturizer, etc., all the skincare routine. And I have, since I am a cosmetologist too, so I advise my patients to go with chemical peels and other, like options like microneedling, because right now microneedling and chemical peels are best options, with lasers of course. But lasers I don't use it much on Indian skin, because it goes with another side effect, that is post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So mostly lasers I use it in some options only. Otherwise microneedling and chemical peels are the most on demand thing, which will give you better result. But you have to monitor, because we like Asian and Indian skin and African and Hispanic skin, we have to be very careful with the percentage of peels. If we use more percentage, then we can have again post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which will never treat melasma. Of course, obviously melasma is a chronic condition. It is not curable, but it is manageable and treatable with cosmetic effect and cosmetic treatments like peels and microneedling, which I use, and lasers are also there. And there are the injectables with tranexamic acid, which you can use it intralesionally. So but a lot of studies are going on with that, and the results are still going on trial. But with orally, tranexamic acid is combined with other lightening creams is the best result. And you have to explain the patient. So you have to advise patient how to use it, keep monitor, always keep on watch whether they are abusing the drug or not. So these are the treatment option for melasma. Rest, it's not curable, but it is management treatable, and these are the treatment options which I go for melasma. And let's see if anybody has any question. Good evening everybody. So thank you for joining, and I would like to thank USB Go Light for giving me this opportunity to talk about melasma and its treatment. And it was wonderful having you all who have joined. Thank you so much, and always be happy to have such opportunity. And if anybody needs any consultation, you can actually come to New Skin Clinic, Champasari More, Siliguri, and contact me through WhatsApp on 707000787. And thank you so much. That's it. If anybody has any question, they can actually ask me or inbox me. I am there in New Skin Clinic page, or Dr.Nance Instagram. You can ask me their questions. So I think everybody is there. So thank you so much, Go Light and USB, and that's it for today. Thank you.